Instead of making the new year all about big plans and big resolutions, which, let's be honest, fail more oftentimes than not, why not go back to the basics? This could be a great way to get your finances and investments in line. So for that, we're turning to the money experts with Safe Harbor Retirement Group. Cory Sickles is with me again, president of Safe Harbor, here to help us work out some realistic goals for 2021. Cory, so good to see you.
Good to see you, Robin, and Happy New Year to you as well.
Happy New Year. Cory, this is the time. So many people, right? We kind of sit down and we reassess and we look to the year ahead and try to kind of have our ducks in a row, so to speak. Why are budgeting and saving two of those topics that you say to everybody that needs to be included?
Well, saving for retirement is one of the biggest things that you can do. And, all I'll say with this is you need to be able to save as much as possible. So if you have a 401k and the company is actually contributing, just make sure that you're maxing it out. Everyone hates the B word, budget, but it's really something you really should kind of look at. If there's a way, I'll use streaming. Everyone's streaming right now. Drop, the cable. Are you using all those apps? Are you using all that? So look at it. Look at all those little things that you might be paying monthly fees on that can maybe help you save a little bit more, because believe me, that little bit more adds up over 5, 10, 15 years. Right. Even if you're putting away, right, like you said, maybe an extra $20 or $25 a month that you used to be paying for cable with, that's something that can add up. So that's big. All right. So market instability, we experienced that a bit last year. So as we start this year, what do you recommend, both for those who've been saving and investing? January is a great time every year to just kind of sit back and look at your portfolio and possibly rebalance it. Every year, you're 1 year closer towards retirement, which means your risk tolerance might be changing. So one of the things that you want to make sure of is that your investment portfolio is matching where your current risk level is. Even though last year was a crazy market, at the end of the year, we still ended up about 15%. So naturally, you had growth in your stock portfolio, which might have raised your risk. So if you actually rebalance it now, you can lock in some of the gains that you actually had from 2020. So one of the things that our viewers can do is visit our website at safeharboroh.com. We have a risk analysis. You can click on that link. It asks you 11 questions, and you'll be able to find out what your risk level is. And of course, if you want to discuss what that really means, you can always set up a complimentary meeting with me as well. And Cory, we know some people just have trouble talking about finances. And the other thing they have trouble talking about a lot of times is kind of that end of life planning. Both of those very important. So what would you advise as we start this new year when it comes to being prepared for that? Well, of course, if you don't have a will or financial power of attorney or healthcare power of attorney, even a living will, you need to put that in place, in 2021. It's just something that you really need to do. Now, if you already have those documents in place, then you want to review it just to make sure that that it is current. People actually, maybe, people passed away maybe in 2020, maybe you got a divorce, or maybe there was some other type of, life event that makes you need to be able to go in and update those documents. And always make sure that you're looking at your investment portfolios. Just because you have a will and trust in place doesn't necessarily mean that your investments are going to go the same way. They have beneficiary forms. Make sure those are up to date as well. Okay. And Cory, I know that you have options for meetings. If people still don't feel comfortable coming in person, you can do virtual, right? But you're still open and willing to sit down with somebody as well. That's exactly right. You can meet with me face to face. We have, a location in Dublin and Easton. We can also set up a via Zoom call like we're doing here today, or we can even just set up a conference call, depending on what your situation is. But all of our meetings are complimentary, no obligation. And we're really here to help you try to, develop a financial plan to make sure that you're going to have a successful retirement. Right. Let's make 2021 the year, right? Let's make it the year we plan. We have everything in order. SafeHarborOH.com, a great place to start. Cory, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you, Robin.